Yo, yo, we back live, man. We back live, man.
Yo,
Yeah, man. We got one more. We got one more before the night is over with, man.
got one more for
One more.
sure. Could only wonder who it is with this esteemed background.
All right, man. The man of the hour. A game in the motherfucking
Yer,
building.
Yo,
yer.
Hey, we finally got this one in, man. We've been trying to get this one
Hey, bro, when money calls, you answer.
in.
I've been getting
Yeah.
overtime, so you gotta pick up when money calls.
Yeah, nah, I feel it. I ain't mad at you. Shit, get that money. Shit. So introduce
Yeah,
yourself for the people that I mean, we know you because you on the roster. So for the people
I know.
that's not familiar with you,
So the name's A Game, and if they ain't
yeah,
awake, they dumb as fuck.
dumb as
Cause with a
fuck.
name like Game, every stage expect a level up.
Level up.
Casket Company, Idaho's best battle rapper, probably
Uh
Idaho's
huh.
only, but Idaho's
Only.
best.
All right. So what was your introduction to the stage? Like, how did you get to the stage?
I'm not gonna lie, my introduction was the previous owner. I don't
Okay.
know how much we can discuss into that detail. He scouted me
Hmm.
from one of the Instagram battles I did on IG Battle League back in 2020 during the pandemic when those Instagram battles were big. And
Right.
he said, okay, I currently manage this. And then once he jumped over to the other league, which is
Hmm.
now the stage, I joined the stage alongside him
Right.
and been part of the roster ever since that moment, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um. My bad. Hold up.
I got you,
Yeah.
man.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Further with your introductions, man. Where you from? Well, you kind of said that. How long you been battling?
I am from Caldwell, Idaho. It's a small town in Idaho. Uh, I've been battle rapping for about 2.5 years, 3 years. July 25th, made my live debut July 25th of 2020, and just been traveling all over, taking it as many different places as I can.
Mm, no, this kind of random question. What's one of the first battles you watched that got you into battle?
This is gonna sound like such a trash one looking back, but I think it was my brother's Christmas party, and I watched both T Rex and Rosenberg Raw, and then I watched Hitman and John John versus Charlie Clips and Goods. Those were like the first two that I kind of really started studying the game. Where it's like,
So
okay,
them battles kind of still new. So you really like just getting into this shit then.
oh, absolutely, at
Right.
rough like 2-3 years, give or take.
Oh, okay. So you really start because sometimes people are fans and then they start, but it sound like soon as you started, you was a fan. So it's like 2 or 3 years not long. So what
No,
do you know about any like previous legendary battles? Like now that you study.
uh, I think some of my favorite, I guess, classics, Surf and Holla,
Okay, yeah, that's everybody.
uh, Shoddy Hora and Hitman Holla on Blackout KOTD. That was a classic. Well, a classic Shada. Hitman was kind of boring. Uh, the Arsenal and Hitman, or Arsenal and Shoddy, their two battle series that they had was pretty good. I try not to watch battles that are like, I know this is gonna make me sound like just only the new guy, but like 6-7 years old, because I just feel like it's just gonna sound so outdated.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel you.
but I mean, as a fan though, like I can say that when I started watching battle rap, I I knew about my first person was really Serious Jones back in when they used to on Fight Club when they used to rap across the table.
Well,
I don't know if you know about that.
I heard about I don't want to say the reboot because it makes it sound like a movie franchise, but I heard
Yeah.
they brought it back for like a few months, didn't they? Someone like Polo Paul brought it back.
Yeah, Polo Paul. But originally, I think a lot of people give Serious Jones slack now, but Serious Jones back in the day, like Fight Club when he battled Jin and shit, like Serious Jones was killing. That's how Serious Jones and Murder Mook came about, because Serious Jones won the tournament back in the day. So, you know, times evolved and shit, and I
See
think
this
around
like
I think
not to
around
cut you
that
off.
time. Yeah,
Keep going.
I think around that time they wasn't doing I think a lot of people you didn't get slack for basically recycling. So like you can go block the block and rap the same shit over and over again. So now if we rap the same material,
we hear about it.
Yeah, we get slack for it. So how you feel about that leads to my next question. As far as your thought process, how do you like feel going into new battles, because now we in a day and age where we have to come up with new material every battle?
Absolutely. I feel like I understand the whole complaint about recycling, especially since it's like you've been doing this for however many years. You claim to be one of the best, but yet you're using material like whatever the fuck Snake Eyes did, 3-4 times in a row, give or take. Just counting the same bars back, like fuck. But no, I like to make it a challenge, and I've made it a very, I don't believe I'm using this term correctly, but an integral part of my style is that I make sure my rounds are very tailored to the person. Like my punches are very individual specific. I'm not a generic bar guy. Like I don't carry universals. That's something I need to improve upon, but I like to make sure, especially when stepping into a battle, my approaches are very specific, individual, tailored. Why I'm better than you, or what stupid shit did you try to do, or oh, you were part of this controversy, let's talk about it type shit.
Okay, so recently you just battled somebody on the roster, but before we get to that, what was your actually first battle on the stage?
My first battle on the stage was against Chrome Salazar for River City Word Fights.
We interviewing him tomorrow, so I'll make sure to ask him about that battle. So after River City, how did you feel debuting on the stage? Like, how you felt?
I felt like it was a good second home for me. A lot of the talent were very open arms, like, oh shit, you traveled from Idaho. That's got to prove some sort of dedication that you really invested. You're not just another person trying to jump in for clout or investment or et cetera, et cetera. You're actually passionate about the craft that you're involved in. I seem a little fatigued in the battle, and I blame that on the fact that I was told to be there at 7 p.m., 7 p.m. sip time.
Oh, you really listened.
Hey, gang, don't feel bad, bro. Call up one. I was there at 5 o'clock. We didn't start rapping at 9. But I was there getting a haircut. I can't care.
I didn't rap until 1 in the morning. 1 or 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, nah.
There was maybe 15 people there. I know Juice stuck around. Crash stuck around with a lot of the people he brought from Shreveport. I think that was really it.
So that's you being ultimate professional.
Of course.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let me ask you a question. You did basically, if you're here, you made the cut. So how do you?
Okay, I'll take that. Salute.
How do you feel with the way this is the new stage versus the old stage? What do you feel is better, or do you like the new changes? You have your opinion if you don't like it or not.
I mean, I don't really have an opinion on the matter because it's too early to actually have an opinion.
Right.
I mean, we still haven't technically had our first rebranded event yet.
Yeah.
We just kind of have these. It's I salute for the interview idea though, because it's genius to actually get people on, get familiar faces. That way, when you book somebody, it's oh shit, I remember him talking. or something like that. So it gets interest.
So okay, so before you say that, my first actual event was me and Noon, but I know it's probably don't seem that way because it happened so long ago. So we have I personally have through an event, but I get what you're saying.
Not since the merger and shit.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
not since the
not merger.
Well, the acquisition.
Separation.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I like about you.
Somebody else bought the franchise as well.
One thing about you very like I told Trey Boogie, y'all are very vocal, but it's not in a way where I feel like it's causing problems. Just put it that way.
Yeah,
it's much.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and sometimes, like I said, like that's very helpful as a league owner because, like I said, we can't grow without support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like even with me, just because you're on the roster, if I see you have a battle, I'll like the comment or I'll try to add a YouTube comment just because we can't grow without support. So if I want support from you, I gotta support you as well.
Right. We gotta support, especially in this modern day and age, is a two-way street. And I feel like one thing, if I have to categorize a battle rap weakness, I'd have to say it's definitely promotion.
Right.
I'll share it to like all my friends, people who I know are gonna click it, like people who I know who will actually genuinely support back. It's just hard for me to like jump in a random group and be like, yo, here's my battle. Run this up. I know I never liked any of y'all shit, commented any of y'all shit, and I recommended any of y'all flyers, bought a pay-per-view. I did none of that. Fuck that. My battle out with Trey Boogie. Watch it now. I don't like it.
I mean, I feel like some people, not saying you, but I'm just speaking in general now. I think some people expect support based on their talent, and I'm like, it's a million battle rappers. Yeah, you gotta.
How you stand out?
Exactly. You gotta support, man. There's no way we could get grow if niggas not supporting. So my next question to you is, and I'm sorry I gotta bring this up, Reaper. You are a part of a viral moment. So like in the moment, I gotta talk about it. In the moment, like what's going through your head, and if I remember correctly, I believe that you rapped first, didn't you? You did rap first.
Let's see. This is going to sound stupid. And I know it's going to sound stupid. But for like a split second, I thought he was actually faking it.
Yeah.
Like I thought he found a way to like take a sip of water, hide it somewhere in the back of his like throat or somewhere. Cause I had a terrible fucking cold when I went to Mississippi. Like I was on like Sudafed, Mucinex. I took like 4 cough drops before I battled. That's why I went first, because I was like, okay, I need to get through my shit, pop a cough drop right quick, and just sit through and let Golden rap. Because I was like, if Golden was at 100 and I was at 100, that battle was gonna be crazy.
Right.
But shit happens.
Either one of them niggas was at 100.
So you said at in the moment you felt like it was fake.
Yes. I don't know, like, it took me a minute because people were complaining about the smell, or certain people around me were complaining about it. They were like, and my nose was like stuffed to hell and back. I was like, I can't smell shit. It looks clear to me. I didn't see anything. Because apparently I stuck around like after because everyone was like, why'd you let him run it back? I was like, I don't know, shit. I thought he had it.
Right.
So he tried to run it back. And then I remember he was like, Tom, and I see him book it to the bathroom, and I'm like, I can't leave. Yeah, I got to make sure he's good. So I wait for him like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, you good, bro? He's like, yeah. And he said, all I had that day was water and a muffin. And I'm like, how? No. How did you?
Because I even when I watched it, it didn't look like just a muffin. That looked like a meal.
I feel like, no, because I eat a relatively solid meal before a battle. It's not like I'm indulging myself, but it's
like I don't throw up often, but I feel like it was kind of like orange, so I want to say that looked like a meal.
Maybe if it was like one of those, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because I don't really throw up that much either. So I see it all the time. I work in a hospital. It wasn't something I was unacquainted with.
Right.
But it's just like, really? You got to pull a check. That clip has like, what, 27,000 views on Twitter now?
And 26 in the compilation. It went on DNA too.
It went on. I think he called me Suburbanite Raw or some shit.
So and this is good because I always wanted to know how you felt in the moment. Like, was it like, I know you still stayed there and was professional, but did it like in any time did you feel like, damn, I want to walk away, or like what besides it being fake, like what was you thinking?
I think the first like split second was he faked that. Right. And the second split second was like, oh shit, no, he actually threw up. If you look back on the Facebook Live, you see Lyric, you see everybody else in the background. They're like, cut that shit off. And I look at him. I look directly at Golden because I'm like, this dude can't catch a fucking break. He gets 2-piece, that gets caught on DNA Tooth. And now he's going to throw up. This moment's happening again. We're going to be on DNA Tooth. We're going to go viral again. This shit's nothing new. So I'm going to give him a moment.
You know what's kind of crazy, though? I feel like at the time we were kind of like we were looked at as a little kid league. And I feel like if that would have happened on my watch, I probably wouldn't have released that.
I feel like we put ourselves in a bad situation with that one, but not for the reason of we shouldn't have released it. For the reason of we didn't release it soon enough.
Right.
Like,
not to say I'm biased, I feel like how we promoted it was kind of in a bad way.
Right. Yeah,
what good is coming out of that though? Like, there's no other way but to promote it bad.
You kind of gotta
continue his point.
I feel like most of the popularity of that clip was like instant. Like,
right.
Within 24 to 48 hours, the buzz of that clip kind of dropped off. And then the DNA Tooth clip came back up after the battle dropped. And I think it was even included in a battle rap outlet's worst battle rap or cringy battle rap moments. I'll have to drop that in the group or in the comments. I know it's in there somewhere because my friend sent it to me. He was like, bro, you're on one of these compilations. I'm like, please tell me I didn't say anything stupid. They're like, no, it was the throw up moment. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So how did you feel? Okay, so we asked you about in the moment.
Yeah.
How did you feel once it surfaced, the internet went viral, DNA Tooth? Did you look at it like, damn, this is a bad light for me? Or did you look at it like, okay, I'm about to take advantage of this?
I don't believe I capitalized on it enough. I definitely should have shared the DNA Tooth clip around and been like, hey, look, it's me. Now run the battle up. Like, that's on me. But I looked at it from the standpoint of I kind of knew it was going to happen. Like, a little bit afterwards, I was talking with, I think, Lyric, Ajane, other league owner, I think Big Homie, Stretch. And I was like, that's got to be humiliating. You can't, like, just sit there, have thrown up on camera. You know what's going to go on the internet, and you can't just sit with it. It's a dual-edged sword, the way I look at it, because I knew it was going to go viral. I bet if you asked Q knew it was going to go viral. You just didn't want. I felt worse for his reputation than mine. I felt it felt like an overshadow because I was like, I rapped first, and I feel like that's one of my better rounds that I've rapped was against Golden, was one of my better performances. But also at the same vein, I'm like, I can't technically claim an overshadow pity when this dude is literally only known for either getting punched in the face or throwing up on stage. I can't take accountability for that. I just kind of gotta let the virality play its course, and then hopefully capitalize. I need to capitalize.
That's Quez the guy. Quez God said, "Welcome to the stage." Okay, so now
got the league on.
I do know, like, as far as you travel a lot and you do other battles, like you said, it's just your promotion. What was after Golden Q, basically?
After Golden Q, I went to Juneau, Alaska, and I battled a guy named No Saint, who is a member of the label Diamond Dollar Entertainment, who I actually just joined as one of their newest artists. Shout out Wordplay, shout out No Saint, DDE, all of them guys for signing me and helping me develop my music side of rap a little bit more. I think TMM was after that as well, because I kind of called it like a 3-month tour, to say the least. I was like May, Mississippi, June, Alaska, July, Louisiana.
Okay.
And then Verbal was after that, yeah. Okay.
You said Verbal Warzone?
Yeah, that was October.
Okay, October 29th. So look, you can't skip over that. That's an accolade. That's a big platform. How did you feel?
Are we doing the accolades? God damn, I stepped up.
Okay, so let me ask you, because it's a 2-part question. How did you feel going into a big platform, and also, how did you feel after the fact, and did you feel like it was one of your big personal accolades?
I mean, the first, I want to say it's a big platform, but also like one of the first battles I did traveling was an iBattle card, like an iBattle main card in New York, was that first Fortitude against, it was supposed to be against Ziggy, but he backed out, so I battled Jay Frazier. I think you could find it on the VOD.
So you have battle on iBattle as well?
Yes, that was the first big one, because, I mean, I knew the pressure was, just to keep back on Verbal, I guess, the pressure was on mainly because I hadn't rapped on instrumental in like since high school, like 5-6 years at the time.
Right.
And they reached out to me after, well, no, did they? Because I know Yoshi G reposted my clip of her battle, because I have the screenshot of it on my phone. She reposted when we did the Instagram battle, and then Verbal followed me, and then I DM Verbal, shout out for the follow, and they like, we trying to get you on Sniper Division 8. So I jumped in, and again, I had not rapped on beat at like 5-6 years at the time, so it was definitely a lot of practice, like just listening to the instrumental practically in my sleep, just like, okay, make sure you're on beat, make sure every single beat you hit that beat perfectly. Because that's Verbal. If you fuck up an instrumental, you ain't getting a call back, pretty much.
Right.
To answer the second part, I felt solid. Like, I had to change about 35 to 40% of my material the week of, because I was not supposed to battle Freedom Rider. Shout out to Freedom Rider for stepping in. Short notice. I was supposed to battle a dude named Lockhart. But on Monday, I heard the news that Lockhart was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. Work has me on a 24-hour shift. And I'm like, how the fuck is that even? Whatever. So they hit me and they were like, Freedom has a round he can step in with. And I'm like, okay, so let me just change about 40% of my material right quick. And my performance was extremely solid, I feel like, especially with tweaking everything around that I had to going into an environment that I wasn't necessarily super familiar with, especially with on-instrumental battling. It was an entirely new format for me. And I feel like I did very well, because I feel like most of the people in building had me winning that battle. If you look through the 40-something, 46, 47 comments, most people in the comments have me winning that battle. I feel like overall I did very well for my first on-beat performance.
Okay,
and it's a dope story I didn't know about you, by the way.
So far, right? Have you what's one of your personal favorite accolades? It could be your first time iBattle Wars, like Verbal Warzone, anything that it don't gotta be what we think. It's about what you think.
I guess I'd have to say it was my nomination for Northwest Rookie of the Year I think that was in 20. I obviously did not take that award. That went to one of my other closer friends in the Northwest region, T, or as he now goes by Tintin. Shout out that homie Tintin. But just even being considered for like Rookie of the Year of an entire region, especially as someone who, in the conventional sense of battle rap, would be considered an outsider, is a huge accolade in my opinion.
Okay, that's what's up.
Shout out to them, bro.
Okay, now fast forward. Now we finally here. You finally get to battle one of the stage's hottest new artists, which is Trey Boogie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen
had a
the
good
battle.
show.
Like I said, I feel like it's a good back and forth. Of course, I won't say a winner, but how do you feel going into that battle, and how did you feel after the battle?
Going into the battle, I feel like Trey was very heavy, like about trolling, like marketing himself like bigger than he was. He was like, I ain't even gonna write for you. I'm even gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna call you type shit for the entire thing. And I'm like, okay, are you bluffing? Are you serious? How much material are you actually gonna give me? Because I'm literally just going to write off 90% of what you're telling me. Because like I should have had a pre-buttal about the whole, Andy Milonakis shit. I really should have, even though I feel like that was his biggest reach. Like that Milonakis line was a little bit of but I'll plead the fifth on that front. I feel a little bit indifferent about the battle. I feel like I would have had a probably more positive view of it if I wasn't waiting for 2 hours and 45 minutes. This guy was getting fucking pulled up.
Hey man, it got you one of the biggest reactions of the battle though.
True. That definitely, I feel like, stole the battle.
Right.
You can view it as a good back and forth, but that was definitely one of the highlights of that battle. I mean, also, another highlight, if you will.
That's the mask. Yep.
Here's what's left after the body bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He got it ready, man. He got it ready.
He said it was a light warm-up plate. Like, because I paid attention. I watched his interview because I knew you guys were going to talk about this battle. And he was like, oh, it's just a light little tune-up plate. And honestly, listening to the material in the moment, that's all I felt like it was. I'm like, he's slacking. Because I've seen better Treys than against me.
Right. Yeah, he kind of said, but like sometimes, I was just on the interview with somebody that I came up with. Sometimes when you don't really have no malice feelings towards somebody, you're not going in there with the intentions to kill. It's normally just a cool, fun little one rounder. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. I think he might have got paid for it, so you never know, man.
That's not a pay-worthy performance, in my opinion, but I digress.
Talk your shit, bro. This your interview.
Hey, talk your shit, man. Hey, look.
It wasn't like, come on. He was better against Headache. He was better against DeJuan. He was better against Lineage. He was better against Toddy, that's for sure. I mean, I feel like he could have, especially if he got paid for it, I would have hoped he would have taken it a lot more serious than he actually did. And that kind of leaves a little bit of a bitter taste, but hindsight's 2020. What can you do?
So all right, so we was on Trey Boogie, so I'm assuming Trey Boogie. Okay, that's what I do want to ask you. With all due respect, is going through basically hold on, let me make sure I'm getting it right. All due respect is going through what we going through, basically. So how do you feel about basically dealing with this same shit twice?
I feel like the circumstances that happened with all due respect were a little bit different, because with all due respect, at least we got the platform. At least we got the stage and we had the YouTube channel, we had the passwords, we can still upload content to the stage, and videos are still public to the stage as we speak. Because with all due respect, aka middle of the map, the former owner, who's a gentleman named Castro, no slight to Castro, shout out to the homie, hope your comic book podcast is going well, or whatever the fuck you're doing. He ran off with the channel because it was the channel that he created. So he ran off with the channel, he ran off with the passwords, he ran off with all this stuff, which led to us being forced to rebrand as middle of the map. Again, shout out to Elo, Why Not, Andrew Montoya, the videographer of all of this. Shout out to everybody involved with middle of the map, battle rap, and all of them involved, because that rebranding process has to be difficult. Especially, same to you, same to Damo and everybody at the stage management who's working with trying to rebrand and develop ourselves back from previous management.
Previous management is wild, but if Domo don't have a question, I did have one I want to transition
I was
into.
just trying to keep it going. Go ahead.
Oh, now with the Trey Boogie battle, even though it was on another league, he is a roster member. Do you have any more roster members you kind of interested in? How familiar you are with the roster? You've been here most of the time, so you should know the guys.
I've been in tune most of the time. I still think me and Noon would be a good battle. That's something that Noon and I have talked about for like a few months. I still think Noon and I would be a good battle. I still think Stretch and I would be entertaining. I don't know if we have any like females on the roster, but an intergender battle would be entertaining sometime down the road, regardless of the stage or any other platform.
Talk your shit.
Gentlemen up here, I don't know what way the camera's pointing. Gentlemen up here, I'd love to battle him sometime down the road.
Damo?
Yeah, Damo.
He talking to you, bro?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Oh, keep going. I hear you listen.
I can't be the only one. You gotta keep going.
I feel like, well, let's see. Juicebox. I want to fucking battle Juicebox.
Noon, Juicebox, intergender battle.
Is it Kez or Quez? Because I think I've been pronouncing that shit wrong.
It's Quez.
Right here.
He want to kick both of the league on his ass.
No, hear me out. Quez and I battled online very early in my career. Like, I think it was my third or fourth, like, genuine video battle was Quez.
That probably was my second one.
And I'd want to run it back because I just think both of us have leveled up so heavily since that battle. So I think it's the only online rematch I'd actually entertain. Unless Yoshi G wanted to run it back. But I don't think she would. Shoot. What are you putting your hands up for, Reaper? You trying to get smoked next?
You know, Domo run from all smoke, man.
A-game, believe it or not, bro. I'm at the point in my battle career where I know I'm media, because niggas look at me for... Anybody look at me for battles like, nah, bro, I'm cool. I be like, all right, man.
You chilling like, nah, I'm good.
I just think it's the lack of footage. Like, the thing about progressively, like, battling and shit is people get to see your growth.
Yeah.
And it's hard to recognize growth if niggas ain't seeing you battle. You know what I'm saying?
That's another one. Thanks, Golden Q, for reminding me on that one. Shout out to Golden Q in the chat. I'd like to do a 2-on-2 with Golden Q, 007.
Oh, okay.
Look at them coming up with names and shit.
Hey, I actually like
No,
that.
I'm just reading the chat as is. Like, I'm just seeing people in the comments, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Golden Q and A-game don't need to be in the room together. I'm sorry. I'm banning it as an undisputed member. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna cause him to throw up again.
Hey,
I swear, I'm not.
Man,
that was not on me. You can't blame me for that. You can't blame me for that.
We are blamed. You don't want to see the undisputed group chat. You get blamed for stuff. Any Golden Q performance he got from now on, you the calling card.
It's kind of funny because right after I battled Golden, I did a video battle with Dolo.
I ain't did a beach.
And I think I listed most of
in the quiet room. Quez, you trying to book that?
Is that a
I don't have the
call-out,
quiet
or-
room bookings. Trying to book what?
Hey, matter of fact, why I do get, excuse me for interrupting your interview, A-Game. Why I got the other co-owner here. MLK Park, outside battles. What you think?
I ain't got nothing against outside battles, but that sound quality is gonna definitely have to be there. Niggas gonna have to catch the right time of the day unless they working with some good equipment for the night. You know what I'm saying? Or at least a nice area that's like lit up or some shit. I'm not against it though, but I just think it's gonna be more difficult than throwing a regular event. But they probably would make it all worth the, you know what I'm saying, all worth the the hassle or whatever.
Does that, sorry to cut in, but does that specific park have like a, I don't know what to, like a canopy, like a tented area that you could kind of just like use as a stage? Because I've had a few outside battles in my earlier career when I visited Washington more frequently, and they kind of tried to set it up on like a little stage or a small like park area to try to reduce that background wind as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, that background wind, hell, I've heard it in a couple of outside people battles.
But this is the idea I want to throw out there. Again, in the comment sections, to get back to our interview. A-Game versus Toddy.
For anyone who does not know any potential backstory to that battle, Toddy and I battled in the Twitter Spaces for the Stage Championship tournament, and my internet cost me the victory. Because I live in the boonies.
Hey, game. I told you what I told you earlier in the chat. So
yeah, I know. I'm telling you the same thing that I told everybody else in the chat. My internet beat, not Toddy.
Toddy said he smoked you, man.
Oh, she might have smoked my internet connection. Wait, you're the hacker. Shit. Because I listened back to the replay, and most of my shit after the TOD bar cut out.
Yeah, y'all, man, listen.
Toddy said he undefeated, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Okay, so you did
imagine getting backed out on by T, the stamp god.
What's that word, man?
Hey. Gloves don't fit. I can't be acquitted. I say nothing.
Ganja Marco.
Shit like
What's
that.
word,
shit like
man?
that.
Hey, but A-Game.
Yep.
We got a couple last questions. So you already said who you would battle and all that.
I'm hurt. I ain't getting no shout out, but it's cool.
You said what?
Nah, I was hurt. I ain't getting no little nod for no battle from A-Game. He one I would have expected to throw the nod, but it's cool.
I know you said who you would want to battle, but like, who do you think realistically on the stage is next? Like, if you was to come back, like, who you think realistically could be next? Because I feel like the people that you said, like, far as even with me, like, you still gotta work your way up, and your last battle here was Golden Q, respectfully. So,
respectfully,
yeah.
I mean, that was technical main event, but due to a couple backouts, so I understand that point of ground. If we're talking realistic, shit, I don't know. I come from the situation where I don't duck any sort of competition. I don't avoid any sort of smoke, really. Like, I love how people like to say we don't avoid smoke, but then they're like, oh, hey, look, I ain't getting paid for this. Fuck the battle. Or, oh, hey, look, your last performances don't mean much. Fuck the battle. No, I'm really with anything. Like, as long as it's at least, like, I have enough time to get work off, and I at least find some sort of value out of it. Like, I've battled a lot of people, 100+ online battles, 11 live battles. I've battled a lot in the span of 2.5 years. Right. I don't avoid competition often. So I guess that's up to Quez and Dama, who like really think like who should be next.
Right. All right, man. You got
actually.
Go ahead.
I want to hear who you think I should battle next then, because you brought it up. So you must have a name or two in mind.
Domo? Putting you on the spot, bro. Come on. You know your roster.
Realistically, for the new roster, you kind of already battled Golden Q and Trey Boogie, so I would say like maybe we could bring somebody that used to rap here because they like a lot of people still not in the group chat. I can't.
If
really
we could convince Graffiti to come back, I think that'd be a fun one.
You know what's crazy? I was just about to say that.
I knew he was going to say Graffiti because I was like, that'd be a fun battle. Or Dylan Drury.
I think.
Okay, who else is white on the stage?
This man.
You already battled Chrome, so it's like. Yeah, and then Trey.
Oh God, that brought me back to a funny. There was a battle rapper, TaylorMade, who's battling Redacted.
Fuck that white boy.
Redacted. And he kept shouting out that Chrome was a white boy, even after the whole fact that I said Chrome was like half Hispanic, half Native American.
Fuck
he still kept saying, bring that white boy outside. And I'm just sitting here like, but he's not. But he even messaged me afterwards. He's like, shit, I didn't even know he was like Hispanic, half Puerto, like whatever. I'm half Hispanic, half Native American until after the battle. And I was like, oh, this is okay, whatever, sure. Also, who said A Game and Rico could be entertaining? I thought I saw it in the comments. I don't know if Rico would take it super serious right now. I would not entirely be opposed. Pace. Thank you, Toddy. Pace is one. Pace is one I definitely want to battle. I think that would be entertaining.
Yeah, I would have to get with him because I'm not familiar with him. I think I removed him from but I haven't talked to him though. But that could be a possibility.
That could definitely be an entertaining battle. Or I'd try to hit Pace on the low and try to see if he'd set up something for. I know, wasn't it Miles? Miles was trying to set some. I don't know. I heard Alabama floating around somewhere, and I got family who live out there. So.
Yeah, we definitely got an event in Alabama, August 26th. So that is a real thing.
Of course, it was the 26th. My brother, he's turning shit. I know it's his birthday week, and we're doing a cruise that week.
Yeah, okay.
So in other words, I'm working so much extra to pay off the fucking battle trips and cruises and a bunch of other shit.
That's real life right there. He said, I'm working to pay. I'll just Chrome.
I got to. Chrome and Pace could also be an interesting battle.
Right.
Pace, I feel like, has a different ceiling.
A Game and Juice Box, A Game and Chrome Salazar, A Game. These notes you need to be putting in your phone, league owner, nigga.
I'm gonna remember, bro. I got good memory, bro.
I don't trust nobody with glasses, bro. I don't trust nobody with glasses and a do-rag.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Probably looking at the fucking menu like, let me just angling it over the table like
he is over here lying to somebody's daughter in the ticks. That's all he doing.
Nah, man. You said what?
Niggas is lying to people's daughter in Texas.
Man, I ain't texting nobody's daughter. My girl just got out of work, so I'm gonna call her after we done. But we not done because we do got Chrome after this, right directly after this. So y'all make sure y'all stick around. Anything else you want to say before we go, A-Game?
Shout out to you. Shout out to Quez. Shout out to Reaper for the interview. Shout out to the stage. Stay in tune for whatever event is next. I think y'all already said June 10th, right?
June 10th, the Reborn card, man.
Reap on the card. Shout out.
No, I said
Reborn.
Oh, Reborn.
Yeah.
See, that's my Idaho internet kicking
and
in.
Folks call me country.
The first announcement for the Reborn card will be released on Sunday. So y'all make sure y'all on the lookout for that. The flyer it's on the way. It should be here tomorrow. But man, I appreciate you, A-Game. Stick around, man. We got Chrome coming up next for everybody that's listening. Welcome to the motherfucking stage.